Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you on our webinar today. Finally, we got to the topic that you may ask your questions and we will give you the answers. So I am very excited about this possibility. There was a question that came by the email that Misha has. Maybe there are some other questions you may have. Misha has some information for you, or also from herself. I think the very large topic for us are also the product combinations that sometimes seem to be like an unexplored area where we could give you more insight. So maybe that could be one of the further questions, but I don't want to take any more time from you. And I would just pass over the word to Misha, so you can get some deep knowledge again and some insight how to work with our product. So thank you very much for joining us today, and I'm here. So if there are any questions on the chat, I will pass it over to Misha.
Thank you so much, Martina, for introduction. Welcome to our today's session. I'm really pleased that we can have this live webinar, and we can share our experiences with energy products and with the clients' problems. So don't hesitate and write them to the chat so we can answer them. And maybe before that, I can start with the product a little bit. So maybe the questions will be evolving during this. So I think the most important thing for energy products is to follow the pentagram. So whenever you have this pentagram with you, oh, it doesn't work very well. I can see. Oh, sorry. I think my camera doesn't work very well in this. Yes, it's better. Yes. So whenever you have this pentagram with you, you will be much more sure, and you will have some basement where you can always look. And so this is the basic for usage of pentagram products. And what is very important is that we shouldn't use two or more pentagram products together. So please keep it in mind, because this is very important thing. And because the products which are belonging to the pentagram are very strong. So whenever we want to balance something, it's better to do it by one product and support it with vitamins and so on, than to mix two products and sometimes make the body confused. I know that there are some let's say therapists who are mixing these pentagram products. However, I would recommend you not to do it, because otherwise the reversion can be very strong. Your client maybe will feel dizzy or feel unwell. So it's something we really don't want to. So we need, for the clients, we need instant results. So they need to see something or they need to feel something. And even if you confuse them with so many products, then maybe sometimes it's just, invisible when something is occurring. Or there is this reversion, which can actually the client make the stop using the products. So that we don't want as well. So my recommendation is not to mix the products in Pentagram, because they're strong by themselves and you can do huge things with just one. So yes, Martina?
Maybe I would add to more understand why not to use the two products together. It's very important to know that they consist 16 to 19 herbs, one concentrate that are there together already. So imagine how strong it is. That's why we can also say that we use the energy products in microdosing. It's several drops a day that are doing the job. So just to more understand, 16 to 19 herbs together is a big strength already. So it's one of the reasons really, and very important not to mix the products together. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Martina. And also there is this bioinformation. So you always have to think about that each element has its frequency. And we want the body to get back to the right frequency. So if you add 2 or 3 another frequencies, there will be huge mess in the body. That's why if we take elements from the pentagram, always one. That's my recommendation. And you can see that Martina said that there are a lot of herbs. So we really need to take just one. I think it's the best way how to cure, how to see the results, how to go step by step, because we don't want to do such a shock for body. Sometimes, even with one drop, there can be huge shock for the body, because there are coming these 16 to 19 herbs with the frequencies, and everything together is trying to put the body on the right path. So sometimes it's huge shock. So people, and I have the client as well, that this lady is taking half of drop in the morning and half of drop in the evening. So as how we do it, that she just drops this drop into small amount of water, and half of this water she drinks in the morning and the another she drinks in the evening. However, that's how you can see how much strong these element products are. That's why we don't want to mix them with another, or also be careful if these people are taking some medicals or something which is prescribed by the doctor, because sometimes there can be the contraindications with some medical things. So we need to be aware of that, and we need to be very careful. This is not that energy products would harm you or could make something wrong, but in case that there is something wrong with the client, they will always blame you. That's the thing. So that's why we really need to know what the client is taking, and we really need to do expertise how and what we can give him, because the energy products are really strong. So I really think that this is you can't make mistake. However, sometimes people are taking so many things together, and the body can get confused. So that's why we really need to notice to the client that if he's taking something from energy, less is more always. I think it's in normal life, but nowadays people want to be healthy just right now, as soon as possible. They want to see the results just the day they started to take it. So we need to tell them that this is impossible. And usually it takes like 3 days to see the first reaction. Sometimes it's faster. It depends on the person and of his or her sensibility. And if he's very sensitive, maybe he can see the results already next day. But it's not like with the painkillers. If you take them within 20 minutes, you don't have the pain. Sometimes, especially for the Regalen and for Renault, you can see the reversion reactions. So your state can even become worse than before. But this is actually the reaction which is really wanted, because we need to see that something is going on in our body, and that is this reversion reaction. I know so many clients, if they were not told about this reaction or they forgot, they usually instantly stopped taking the energy products. However, the best way how to do it is just to lower the dosage, even to the minimum, but continue, because it's very important, and actually this reversion reaction is very welcome. That's why we want it. So I think, yes, about the contraindications. If you have the client who is taking some immunosuppressives, then I would be very careful. I would not to recommend him the Pentagram products, definitely. And I would go on the way which is most smooth and most gentle. So we can support the body with the minerals, such as a phytomineral. We can add Vitamarine. We can add some oils. But during the time he is taking these pills, I wouldn't recommend you to give him the Pentagram products, definitely. Even the Miko products. I would be very careful with this. So, but you can help him with the creams, because creams are having the same herbs as the drops. However, they are much gentle. They don't make the reversion, but they are working, and they are working secretly. And they don't bother the pills. So this can be the contraindication. Plus contraindication is actually always lady who is pregnant, because the pregnancy is we call it in Czech another state, and it's true. And during this period, we should be very careful. Definitely nothing which is detoxicating. So really, no Renault, no nothing from the Pentagram. Really, nothing. Also, you can support her with the Vitamarine, with the phytomineral. You can also add some green food, so like the chlorella, something really like this. But I think the best way how to support the pregnant ladies are phytomineral and vitamin. Phytomineral is great because since the morning sickness is actually caused by the lack of the minerals, so if we add the phytomineral, then sometimes we can already fight the morning sickness. So that's, I think these two products are the best. And of course the probiotics, so Probiosan and Probiosan Innovum, they are really the best friends for pregnants. Otherwise, nothing. That's really because, again, when something will occur, you will be that one who will be blamed. So we should be very careful in these. And also, if you have the client who is having the cancer and who is going through the cancer healing, then we should support somehow. And if he is taking these bio I forgot. Even in Czech. Biological treatment, then actually if it's for long term, then you can somehow use the products because already the body is used to this treatment. So in the long term of usage, you can use the products of energy. However, if there is the short term, then I would prefer not to disturb, not to get involved. And then after the treatment, I would start with Cytosan, with the Regalen, just to clean the body, take out all toxins, and help and support. So this can be also contraindication. Also, if you have someone who is taking antidepressants, then we don't recommend Corolan, definitely, because Corolan has the herbs which can be contraindication to the antidepressants. But instead of Corolan, you can always use Micocard, because for Micocard there are no contraindications. So don't worry, and you can use this one. Actually, Micocard is much better for these people because Corolan is sometimes working with the emotions too much. But Micocard doesn't have the reversions. It's like more gentle way. It's supporting the body, supporting the psychic, and it's really like bringing the nutrition to the central nerve system. So that's why never use Corolan in case of antidepressants. Of course, you can use another product. Be careful also with the Renol, because Renol is sometimes, at first, Renol has a huge reversion reactions, usually. And for people who are psychically not stable and harmonized, that can be too much. So if you feel that this person will really need Renol, then the dosage should be really at minimum. So it can be even 1 drop a day. And I think sometimes it's enough for these people. So also be careful with the Renol and Regalen, because these two are very strong. And especially in the spring, if you want to use Regalen and someone has the allergies, sometimes they are getting really worse. So we really need to inform the client that this can happen. And again, people are always forgetting. So I am really something like repeating this message, sometimes even 3 times, because I really need that this message will get to the client and he will be aware that this can happen. So that's also very important. There can be also the reversion contraindication with the chemotherapy, because as we know, between the chemotherapies, the Cytosan and Regalen are the best, because they are taking out the toxins which are not already good in our body. However, never take it during the treatment. So always take it after or between the treatment, but never during the treatment. Otherwise, the treatment could be taken by Cytosan, and also that can be too much for the body, because the body is already very exhausted, and the treatment is very demanding. Even the illness is demanding. So we don't want to add another thing which will make the body weaker, actually, at first, because the toxication is always energy consumption. So if you need to spare some energy for the treatment, then during the chemotherapy, you can, of course, you can support the body, but always the best is just to take rest and get the treatment, and just between the treatments or after, you can stop. That's always very important. Yes, also, if you have the transplantation of anything, we don't recommend to use the energy products. Otherwise, the immunity can fight with the new organ or with anything which is new, and then it can be a huge problem. So during the transplantation and right after, I also don't recommend to take the energy products. So these are the contraindications which can occur, and I think I said the most important ones. Martina, do you remember some another contraindications? I think Martina is not here. So okay.
I am, but
Good.
I was muted and I had the video away. Can you, Michelle, repeat the question, please?
No, I was just asking whether you know some another contraindication which can occur, because I said the pregnancy, transplantation, chemotherapy, treatment. Then we spoke about the these antidepressants.
I would only say because with the 5-element regeneration or with the pentagram, we recommend it for the kids 3 years and up. So
Yes.
it wouldn't be a contraindication in my side, but I would be really careful with giving the concentrates to the kids.
Plus, but if you really feel that you need them, you can use the creams.
Yes,
You
exactly.
can always use creams since for the babies. Because whenever we have the problems for the babies, you can add even to the bath a little bit of cream, or you can use the soap, which belongs to the element you really need. So, but yes, with the concentrates, I would be very careful with the kids because there can be the reversion, the strong one, and also they are so strong and the kids are very sensitive. So that's why creams or soaps are mostly enough for them, because there is this bioinformation and kids are usually very still very pure, so they don't need such a strong power to move themselves. So sometimes even a small amount of cream can do the miracle. Yes. But like for the kids, you can always use the Grepofit, Draximune. Don't hesitate if they are sick. I mean, if you want to do the regeneration, especially for the pentagram products. Oof. So I think we have mostly done for the contraindications. And also, yes, we can get to the questions. I've got one question: how we can resolve internal dampness, either yin and yang deficiency, and how we can improve spleen deficiency with the energy. So if we have dampness, we usually need to fight it by many ways. So at first, we need to adjust the food. So the diet is very needed and very welcome, especially for the dampness. We have to take out the milk products because they are usually causing this dampness, and also they are harming the spleen. So that's why if we take out these milk products, we usually make spleen in ease. And also we need to be careful with the spicy food. Also take out the salt, because sometimes these people are taking too much salt. And if we want to go directly to the spleen and harmonize the yin and yang, then we can go by Ginex. And if we really need like a powerful one, we can also add Mikopan. But there are also some special cases. So we need to go around, because sometimes spleen can be harmed by the wood, because wood can take the energy from the spleen. And when there is too much yang in wood, or it's really like overpowerful, then we need to harmonize the wood element. So sometimes we can also fight with this dampness through the wood element. And if the dampness is really too much, and it's also connected to the large intestine, then we can go from the iron element. So we can take Veronal. And if you really need to fight with the spleen, and also you need to take the Veronal, In these cases, you can take the Mycopan and Veronal. But like in general, you usually use the Ginex and Mycopan or only Ginex. It depends. Usually, if it's a lady, sometimes Ginex is enough because Ginex as a as a earth element, it's centralizing, it's calming down the psychic. It's also harmonizing the, let's say, dampness, but also on the positive way. So Ginex is the product which can support the spleen and pancreas, also the stomach, and also affecting the hormonal system. So that's why Ginex is a star of the pentagram products for many years, because it's miraculously can solve the thing which can't be solved. And especially mm, the doctors and gynecologists, if they don't know what to do, they usually try with Ginex. And sometimes it works and the lady is really fine. So whenever we need to harmonize the earth element, which is connected with the spleen and pancreas, we can use Ginex. Also, if there is a huge dampness, we can also use the Cytosan with Ginex. That's also very nice combination. But in this case, I would need, let's say, more details, I think. So is there another question in the chat? No, I don't see the question. So we still have the time. So I wanted to introduce you the product, which is very unique, but at the same time, a super product it is, and also it's very universal. So this product is called Phytomineral. Phytomineral is again concentration of so many elements. Let's say elements like cuprum, iron, zinc, and so on. So there are about 60 elements contained in a phytomineral. And these colloid minerals are pure natural. So for the body, they are the best because the body can work with them and absorb them up to 90%. If you take some minerals from the pharmacy, then the studies that's why if you really need to add the minerals, and minerals are needed for all the processes in our body. Without minerals, we don't work. That's why if we are under the pressure, our brain is really burning all the minerals like crazy. That's why if we take the minerals, we feel much better after some stressful situation and so on. So nowadays, I would say that we need these minerals every day. Also, there are these ions which are needed for the faster reactions, for the faster healing, also for the not only for our brain but for all the body. So that's why the phytomineral is very unique, but also very universal. As I am working with Supertronic, which is a AAV machine, and whenever I measure the client, sometimes the phytomineral can make a huge job, so we can harmonize almost all the problem. So that is, to me, evidence that we are lacking the minerals nowadays, and especially from the food, because food is not rich as it used to be. And also, we are always under the pressure. We need to do so many stuff at the same time, and the day is too short sometimes. So we are really under the stress. Plus, whenever you go to the gym because you were sitting whole day by the computer, then you are taking some I don't know, let's say mineral drink after that. But thanks to that, this mineral drink is usually artificial. The body can't work with that and has already deficit of the minerals. So that's why if you have the phytomineral, it can support you and support whole body processes. And also it's good after the sport, not only during some treatment, but whenever you need to support yourself, sometimes phytomineral is enough. The dosage can be different. I love phytomineral during the day. I think that's the best way how to use it, because for someone can be too, let's say, heavy in the morning. So I would recommend you never take phytomineral before food. So after meal is the best way. And if you put, I don't know, 30 drops into the bottle of water and drink it during the day, is the best way how to support yourself and your body. So the phytomineral will balance your mind and your body. This is the thing. Why it's so powerful and how come it's so full of minerals is this actually the spring is somewhere in the United States, in the Indian reservation, and the water is going through so many mineral rocks. So it's collecting the elements, and at the end you can get the water, which is sometimes, and this is also very important, because phytomineral is natural. Sometimes some of them are more brown or more red or not that much, let's say, transparent. So don't hesitate. This is okay. This is natural substance, and the color is changed thanks to the elements which are contained in the phytomineral. So that's why sometimes the color is different. But this is very important that this concentrated minerals are so great, so we don't need to drink the whole bottle or uh, whole amount, and just few drops are enough. Whenever you need to heal, you can support yourself with phytomineral. I also love when I need to boost the effect of the creams. So I add few drops of the phytomineral to the cream, And thanks to the ions and to the elements, it's speeding up the cream's effect. So it's always good if you need it. Also during after the treatments, after the operations, the phytomineral is really great. And yes, thank you, Martina. There's some flyer for the phytomineral because I was prepared that you will have so many questions today, so I didn't prepare the presentation. But about the phytomineral, I can speak hours because I have so many great experiences with this product, and whenever I needed to support something or heal something faster, I always edit edit phytomineral. Also, if you love your plants or you are gardening, you can use phytomineral as a great fertilizer. I love phytomineral, especially when I have the young small sprouts in the spring, especially for the tomatoes and for the cucumbers. So I add few drops to the whole bottle of water, and I water them with phytomineral, and I have so strong plants. So, and also they are much healthier. And I know that this is a natural fertilizer, which support the plants, especially the plants you then eat the products, so the vegetable. So whenever you want, you can use it. You can use it even for your hair. So after the washing the hair, you can make you can spray your hair with a few drops of phytomineral mixed with the water, and your hair will get the nutrition. It's also very important. Yes, Martina.
Maybe I can share one experience about phytomineral because I am currently in Brno in a dog exhibition where Energy has a stand, and we by the exhibition booth we have a bowl with drinking water for the dogs, and we have a few drops of phytomineral in the water, and I can say each dog that was passing by our booths wanted to drink the water. So it's such a great proof because the animals, they go by their instincts, you know, they don't have to study anything, they don't have to get any knowledge, they just know what is good for them. And we just had a queue by our drinking bowl, and that was a perfect thing. So besides the plants, there are also our pets, and they are very keen on the phytomineral too. Just a short observation from today.
Yes, yes. That's why I said phytomineral is very universal. So you can use it for you, for your plants, for your pets. You can also give it to the children because children are usually very sweating because they are playing too much, running and so on, and they need the minerals as well. So if you give them few drops to their water, you will support their health. You will also balance the minerals levels in the body. So that's why I think phytomineral is very, very universal. And also it's a great product when you have someone with the disease of the central nervous system. So because these central nervous system diseases are usually connected to the disbalance of minerals. So if you add the phytomineral, you usually balance the level and the client feels much better. So I think especially for this uh, for the sclerosis, multiple sclerosis, because multiple sclerosis is actually the many many small spots of the inflammation in the nervous system. And if we add the phytomineral, we are stopping these inflammations to stopping the evolving of the inflammations. So even for these multiple sclerosis clients, let's say, it's very important and very nice product in combination with the Vitamarine. So also, if you have the wound which doesn't heal well, you can add the phytomineral. Also, if you if you are after the operation or some treatment, phytomineral is really boosting the healing. Also, if you need, if you go through the regeneration with the pentagram products, and if you add the phytomineral, the effect is even faster sometimes. So that's why I recommend phytomineral. Whenever you don't know where to start, you can start with them, because usually if you start to build from the stones, let's say, because these elements are really coming out from the rock. So that's the same if you are building the house and you need good basement and good basics. So this phytomineral is something like the basics for the house. So that's why I think it's very important, and you won't make a mistake if you start with phytomineral, because you support the body, you support the mind, and then you can continue. And sometimes so many problems are disappeared just with balancing the mineral level of the body. So then you will see not multiple problems, but usually one or two, and it's much easier to deal with the less problems than with the 50 problems, and you never know where to start. So to me, sometimes if you really don't know, there is the way of the detoxification. So you can start with Cytosan and Regalen, maybe. Sometimes Cytosan is enough. Or you can support with the phytomineral, with the probiosan, uh, with anything you feel like. Nowadays is also good kochi, or you can use Betafit. So these products are something like the family gold, which always you can use and you can start, and you will never make mistake with them. So that's why I think phytomineral is can be taken as a basic, and you can really use him in a various ways. Just don't add it into the sweet drinks or into the hot tea. Then the taste is spoiled. Also, it shouldn't be added into the hot water. And so the like the room temperature of water is the best for phytomineral. And also don't store phytomineral in a refrigerator. So just keep it somewhere in the dark place, but never put it into the fridge. And also it's best to keep the products, all energy products, keep out from the electronics as much as possible. Of course, it's nowadays we are surrounded by so many electric devices. However, the best thing where to store the products is somewhere away of them. So I think now you know that the phytomineral is really unique. And plus, I think it's much cheaper than artificial minerals from the pharmacy. And also, it's much cheaper than mineral water because only few drops are enough for the daily dosage. And you can have it, you can keep it. So don't be afraid that it will change the color as well. Or we had also one load which had special, let's say, smell. So these all things are coming by the natural source. So that's why, because it's natural, can be a little bit different. So I know that the clients were coming and said, okay, it's brown. It was never been brown before. And I said, yes, it's brown because the rock was more brown this time, or there was drought during the year, or something occurred. So since it's natural, it can be different a little bit. However, it's very powerful product which can used anytime. Also during the high fevers, especially for the children, it's amazing because you are adding the minerals and you are also cooling down the system. So just be careful because it can be heavy for the stomach. So like the mere more times by the day in a small dosage is better than like half a liter with the 30 drops, especially for the children. So since they are having high fever and they are sweating, it's very important to support them with the minerals. And you can also mix it directly with the Draximum, so you don't have to wait. You can just add the few drops into the water, and you can drink together water with the Draximum and with Phytomineral. That's also possible. So yes, I think we are almost at the end of today's webinar. Do you have some questions to me?
Not me.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I can say at the end that we will see you again in 3 weeks. Let me see, I just pulled the topic and I just forgot. Okay, so it will be 3rd of May the next time, and we will be sharing with you diabetes and the cardiovascular system topic. So I think that's another interesting, very interesting topic for us, very, very, very well helpful. So we will be looking forward to see you there. We will, of course, send the recordings to everyone who had signed up to this webinar. And Misho, if you don't have any questions.
I have always so many questions.
I know, but I'm not sure if I would be the right person to answer your questions.
Maybe yes, and let's maybe prepare ourselves for the next clinical webinar. So maybe I can prepare some diagnosis also, because recently I have so many interesting clients. So they can be, let's say, good inspiration for all of us. And I'm really glad because we have some amazing results with energy. So I'm really happy for that, and also for this community. So thank you so much, all of you. I wish you wonderful weekend, and I hope you have nice spring days, and see you in 3 weeks. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay, Mishai, thank you again. Goodbye, everyone, and see you in 3 weeks.